A music festival in Detroit has been forced to change policy because of a big backlash after it charged white people double for tickets. Organisers said it reflected the white community's wealth and privilege and would help disadvantaged people in the black community. Thus, despite the Afro-Future Fest slogan that says equality means treating everyone the same.
Festival charging different prices based on race. Well done, intersectional radicals. You've become the very racist you claim to stand against. So woke, so very woke.
Afro-Future Fest. Equality means treating everyone the same. Also, Afro-Future Fest. We're going to charge people different prices based on their race.
I wonder how Afro-Future Music Festival will charge Asians. Do we pay $15 because we're non-white but privileged?
Well, the festival's now cancelled that pricing policy following widespread complaints and even threats against the organisers. Instead, there's now a suggested donation option for, quote, non-people of colour. It said half the proceeds will go to a programme that supports young black people in Detroit. The organisers explained the reasons behind the initial ticketing terms.
Our ticket structure was built to ensure that the most marginalized communities, people of color, are provided with an equitable chance at enjoying events in their own community, Black Detroit. Affording joy and pleasure is unfortunately still a privilege in our society for people of color, and we believe everyone should have access to receiving such.
Well, one of the artists on the bill pulled out of the festival in protest at the ticketing policy.
I was immediately enraged just because I'm biracial. I have family members that would have, under those circumstances, been subjected to something that I would not ever want them to be in. It's non-progressive and it's not solution-focused in my eyes.
Attorney and author Rhys Everson supports the organisers, while on the other side of it, conservative social commentator Anthony Bryan Logan says it is simply racist.
Well, I can't really tell what's going on here. It seems like on one hand, they don't want white people to come, but on the other hand, they want to tax them. They want to charge them more money than black people for this event. So you don't want them to be there, but you want their money. I don't really understand.
You have our people who are local to the Detroit community who may have been underserved or economic minorities, and they're seeing an influx of money and wealth into their community that they're not necessarily always able to participate in. And so when you have this organizer seeking to put together an event to benefit these underserved communities, what she's saying is, this is for the native people of this community.
What if it were an Hispanic event? Let's say it was an Hispanic music festival, and they say, hey, anybody that's Hispanic, you're able to pay X amount of dollars. If you are not Hispanic, including black folks, you got to pay more. So they're making you, as a black person, pay more to go to their event. Would that be racist, yes or no? So if they said that you can't come to the conference...
Racism is the ability to exclude people.
If they said that you can't come at all because you're black, would that be racist? Is it? I mean, I'm trying to figure out yes or no. Would it be racist?
By definition, yes.
So you're saying yes, okay,
that
so it would be racist.
Discriminatory.
But if a black person did it to a white person, how would that be? Would that be racist?
Well, if it were white people and the shoe was on the other foot, then it doesn't really make sense, because we know in our history,
how about Hispanics
there's
or
never
Asians?
been
What
a
if they
time
did
when
it?
black people actually had that type of control. Again, it's discriminatory. It's a practice where you are setting a boundary, a barrier, but is it preventing someone from receiving an economic benefit? No.
What if it were the other way around? If it were a white-only event, say it was a country music festival, and they say anybody that's not white, you got to pay double the ticket price. What would the reaction be? Oh, you're racist, you're neo-Nazi, you're KKK, all this and that.
What we're looking at right now is a young lady looking through the lens of history and deciding that it's important for us as a people to begin to fix the issue from the lens of equity versus equality.